For the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 spot. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
2 types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
A little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Leonard kicks to Beverly.
Come around.
It's George on the wing, down to 5 on the shot clock. No good with the wing jumper.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Who got PG?
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Houston's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. And here's Harden for 3. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. And here is Zubac. Pass to Beverly. Morris inside. Guarded by Tucker. Morris, no good.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
Covington kicks to Westbrook. Harden outside.
Hey, come to me, come to me.
Fires for 3. Westbrook, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. George looking over the floor. The 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And the basket by Harden.
Oh, great ball movement there.
L.A. has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Yeah, trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. James Harden, number 1. Second is Paul George.
And what an option either of those 2 guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's Beverly missing. Houston leading by 9. Left side, Westbrook. And there's the pass to House. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Beverly. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Here's Leonard. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. They get Russell Westbrook.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
One shot.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers. George against Westbrook. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Now here's Harden. He has 6. Bangs home the trifecta. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a 3-point game. Over to the left wing. From beyond the arc, it's rebounded by Leonard.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Rockets leading by 3. Here's Covington, and he starts out with a miss in this one. LA's gone 0-3 from three-point land, nothing yet going outside. And Beverly kicks to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Harden. He's got 9. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on George.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Now here's Harrell. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. Harden against George. Over Harden. No good on that one. So Houston will take it the other way. Covington inside the line. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers trail by 4. Back to Harrell. Launches a 3. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Clippers shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Morris, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt. I mean, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Back to Leonard. Over Harden. Leonard kicks to Morris. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Over House. It's deflected. Over Beverly. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers trail by 4. George passes to Beverly, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Rockets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Landry Shamet's checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. Los Angeles calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, not everyone has Steph Curry's shooting ability. I'd be surprised. I'd be hurt if he tries another one like that again.
Here is Williams, following the score by Houston. With some arc, it's tipped.
Well, you know defense is Tucker's calling card. He will pester you, aggravate you, get up in your jersey, make you think twice about trying to shoot over him.
Now here's Gordon. His last outing, 16 points for him. Back to Tucker. Fires the three. Nailed from three-point land. And now it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Pass to Leonard. Over McLemore. Los Angeles with another miss.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Rivers finds Green. Over Williams. And again, the Rockets good for two.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Rockets.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
The free throw drops for Leonard. You know, Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be, more patient?
Oh, are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
Just 5 to shoot. From deep, Williams. It's rebounded by Houston. Pass to Rivers. That one misses. Nice D from Williams.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys. And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Now here's Gordon. Shoots over Shamet. Green with the rebound. Clippers trail by 8. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Rivers. Goes up at the stripe. They grab their own miss. And Gordon over to help. Ball's knocked loose. Back to Williams. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Harrell. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Pass to McLemore. Green against Green. Now here's McLemore. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shoots. And it's Green. Missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Leonard kicks to Shamet. There's the pass to Green.
I got ball.
Now here's Williams, guarded by McLemore. Right side, Williams. The three from Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. Rivers passes to McLemore. Good on the three-point shot. And the Rockets lead by 9.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Russell Westbrook has surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Or just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
Jamari Carroll is out there with Green. Then it's Rivers. Then there's Gordon. And it's McLemore in at the 2. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
And the Clippers have possession following the score by Houston. Passes it to Green. Lets a floater go. Rockets with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Rivers passes to Green.
Come to me.
Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Rockets lead by 15.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Now here's Jackson. He had 16 points in the win against Golden State. Williams inside. He's against Gordon. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got his first bucket of the night. Pass to McLemore. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Gordon. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Harrell. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 13. Harrell with it. Last game we saw him score 14. Jackson passes to Williams. No good from outside.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Rivers against Jackson. They kick it out to Green. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Jackson finds Shamet. Now Williams. Great D that time from Green.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Clippers trail by 16. Shamet the pass to Williams.
Kick it out, man. Kick it out.
He kicks it to Green. Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson has the open look. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Houston's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. McLemore, the pass to Rivers. And finished off by Rivers.
looking tenacious on these takes. Got to respect Rivers' fearlessness going strong like this.
Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to Green. He dishes it to Jackson.
Come get it, come get it.
Doesn't go that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. Green dishes to Rivers. Gordon outside. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers trail by 18. Down low. He's looking for Rivers and finds him. The dish to Green. Back to Rivers. The pass to McLemore. Now here's Gordon. Stolen by Jackson. To stop the drought, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, man, and Jackson is terrific at playing both ends of the floor, and his trademark quickness really putting forth a great effort on defense to come away with that steal.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for JaMychal Green. George is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Now here's Harden. He's got 12. Harden draws the double. Outside Covington. Clock is at 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Here's Jackson. Passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. It's rebounded by Houston. House has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And George, here we go. Misses the layup.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now, here is Harden. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 19. To the paint, here's Morris. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
How about the strength of Morris, shrugging off the D and nailing the shot?
And here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Now, here's Zubac. No points in the game yet for him. Morris finds Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Westbrook. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
I like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Westbrook against Jackson. Kicks to Beverley. Teardrop shot. Back to Jackson.
Baseline, baseline.
Watch him.
Pass to Morris.
Hey.
The three. Here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 5. Covington kicks it to Tucker. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Harden. Offensive rebound.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Oh, Morris in position, and Morris throws it down.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
And here's Harden for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Outside Jackson. Outside George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on James Harden. Chris, this is a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. The best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody. Move out the way. He finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Jackson. And George drops them both.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
And here's Harden for 3. Drops in the tray. Harden's got 15.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Beverly wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Harden outside. Back to Westbrook. And the pass to Tucker. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
And the jam by Harden.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Clippers trail by 14. Here's Beverly. And the rejection by Harden. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Go get PG.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Over Westbrook, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
The 3 from Harden. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that one.
Could be, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Passes it to House. He kicks it to Covington. Harden outside. 5 to shoot. From deep. Harden missing again. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. It's a 10-point game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Leonard against Westbrook. Pass to Beverly. Lets it go with a 3. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Houston going into the break with a 10-point lead. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 10. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench was. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that high a percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on the defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the 2 guard. And for James Harden, he loves to be put on an island and go one-on-one against a defender.
Well, yeah, last season, Harden had as many ISOs called for him as some teams ran. And that's all because of his coach. His coach calls the games that way. It's his bread and butter. And there isn't much you can do to stop him with one defender.
He throw good, James Harden. The NBA fans sometimes called the 6th man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Peja, every shot is good. She'd make them creatively. They'd be bright. They'd be big. And we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris. Or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans. How loud they are. How they get on the teams, how they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fans that Golden State had all their years in Oracle, some of the most loyal fans ever. The 6th man, the fans being the 6th man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Yes.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from George.
Go, baby.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Outside Westbrook.
Hey, watch the pick.
Pass to House.
I got yours.
Puts it up. Kept alive.
That's all you, man.
Outside Westbrook. House kicks to Harden. Paul George with the steal.
Yo, man up on beat.
Leonard on the wing. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Now the pass to Zubac. 6 to shoot. George, that's a two-pointer. And the lead is down inside single digits. George has got 14 points for the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac.
Watch the screen.
Kicks it to George. Passes it to Leonard. Shoots over Covington, and it's Leonard missing. Rockets leading by 12. Harden surveying the D. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Here's Tucker, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
If he's got his hands on the ball within a few feet of the basket, Tucker has one thing on his mind. Dunk that thing.
Outside Leonard. He kicks to George. Knocked away, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Houston making some changes. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Ben McLemore in for Daniel House. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Green's checked in. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Harden the pass to Westbrook. And here's Harden. Outside Westbrook. 5 on the clock. With his first shot attempt. Tries again. Green with the block. Carroll kicks to Westbrook. Another miss by Houston. Clippers trail by 14. Deflects the pass. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Ben McLemore. The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Leonard. Jeff Green is checked in for Houston. The Clippers also changing it up. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. He hits both from the stripe. Rockets leading by 12. Now here's Westbrook. He has 5. Green left side. Over Harrell. And the shot is long.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Carroll for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Carroll's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Shamet. That shot off the mark. And the Rockets take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And Westbrook gets it to go.
I mean, he's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard, Harden.
Leonard, that's for 2.
Hey, help me out, man.
Pass to Harrell.
Get mine.
Morris with the ball. Three-pointer. And Westbrook pulls it down. Pass to Carroll. The kick out to Westbrook.
I see him.
It's good. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Now here's Jackson. Morris outside, just 5 on the clock. To end the run. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
Two.
And the first one drops.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. And Jeff Green drops them both. Now Jackson. Dishes it to Harrell. The pass to Leonard. Over Rivers. And the Clippers miss again.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And stolen by Williams. Can they get it? Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Now here's Gordon. The shot. No good that time. And here's Jackson from downtown. The Rockets pull it in. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Kicks to Gordon. To the left wing. Now here's McLemore outside. Not going to go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Shamet. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Green. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's Shamet. It's rebounded by McLemore.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Yep, it counts.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now here's Williams. Passes it to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Shamet finds Jackson. Shoots the 3. Rockets with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
14 feet away. Yep, that one goes in there. 22 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Houston making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Green. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Westbrook against Jackson. And Westbrook, here we go. And it goes down 2 points. Westbrook's got 11.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Williams. Eric Gordon with the rebound. Outside Westbrook. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they've got to show some more aggression.
And finished off by Leonard.
He's just not going to give up. I mean, if he has to do it all by himself, that's what he's going to do.
Here's Westbrook. He kicks it to Carroll.
I see him.
Right side Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Gordon the pass to McLemore. 4-3, Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing.
Not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just one in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
Gordon dishes to Westbrook. Back to Gordon. From the arc, it's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Williams. Jackson with it. Westbrook picks him up. Leonard, that's for 2. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Out to the wing. McLemore inside the line. Another miss by Houston.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Shamet the pass to Harrell. 1:12 left to play here in the third. Williams inside the line. They get it back. Another shot, and Harrell with the lay-in. Good. Harrell's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, a coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Now, here's Westbrook. He's got 11. Here's Gordon. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And that first quick step of Gordon, I mean, super effective at getting him space, which gets him to the rim.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker comes in for Damari Carroll, and Daniel House subbed in for Ben McLemore. George is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Reggie Jackson. That free throw good from Eric Gordon.
He's a top-tier shooter. Gordon, he's a former Sixth Man of the Year winner who plays his role to perfection.
Beverly, the pass to Harrell. Back to Beverly. Pass to George. Got a piece of it. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. That one drops for him. 7 points for Eric Gordon.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Los Angeles, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. 9 seconds left to play in the third.
Come get it, come get it.
Outside Gordon from past the arc. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Houston in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back to the action after this word. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Los Angeles. They've got P.J. Tucker. Gordon is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Harrell. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Good on the bucket.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Rockets leading by 21.
Yo, man up on Jay.
Outside Westbrook. Back to Harden.
Hey, balance it out.
Floats one. It's hauled in by Paul George. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Covington with the steal.
He's got to get back to playing in control. After 0 turnovers in the first half, he's out there loose with it.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Well, that's what they want to see out of Beverly. Decisive basketball. Nice, aggressive drive to the cup.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
Get that board.
But they recover it. Second chance shot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Oh, you can't be too physical with Covington. He's tough, he's athletic, and he knows how to force the issue.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Up on Williams. Pick coming, pick coming.
The pass to Morris. He dishes it to George. Harrell trying to free himself up. Chalk up 2 there.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
Westbrook kicks it to Tucker.
Gordon.
And here's Harden for 3. Rebound by Harrell.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Williams dishes to George. Fires from 18. And Harrell slams it in.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. The 3 from Harden. Another miss by Houston.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Williams passes to Morris. Now here's Beverly. Passes it to George. Clock at 6. Shoots. And it's George again missing.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Gordon dishes to Harden. Takes a 3. Connects from 3-point range. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The D has got to do something to take away his 3-point shots. He's been knocking them down all night.
And Beverly kicks to Williams. Over Harden. The shot by Williams, no good. Houston leading by 22. Stolen by George. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. For Houston, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Westbrook passes to Harden. Houston with a new 14. Outside Westbrook, 6 on the shot clock. And here's Covington from the arc. That shot off. And the Clippers will come the other way.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Now here's Westbrook. Great D that time from Harrell.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Tucker finds Harden. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And the wide open shot from Morris. Hits it from 3-point range.
Terrific use of the catch-and-shoot jumper from Morris, catching the D flat-footed and torching them as a result.
Timeout called. The Rockets.
Start it.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Harden the pass to Westbrook. Kicks it to Tucker. There's the triple. Another miss by Houston. Clippers trail by 17. Pass to Beverly. And the rejection by Harden. Westbrook with it. Harden outside. Pass to Tucker. Westbrook wide open. He fires. The Rockets with another miss.
And not doing his team any favors jacking up three-pointers. He needs to realize that right away.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity, and it's Leonard missing. Houston leading by 17. Tucker dishes to Covington. The kick out to Westbrook.
Gordon.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. And so Westbrook makes them both. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles, trailing by 19. Now the pass to Leonard. Shoots over Covington. Leonard, no luck.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Shooting one.
The Clippers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Pass to Morris. Outside Leonard for 3. The Rockets pull it in. Westbrook's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. He kicks to Tucker. Takes the 3. Here's Harden on the wing. That 3 off the mark.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Pass to Leonard. It's deflected. And it's Houston on the break. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Covington. Daniel House has checked in for Gordon. And both free throws good for Covington. And here is Los Angeles now. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Shot to stop the run. The shot by George, wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
A nice shot by Tucker.
With the strength Tucker has, drawing contact means nothing to him. You can't rattle him. He's tough as nails.
Covington against Beverly. Pass to Morris. 6 to shoot. Knocked loose. Here's the 3. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Great D that time from Leonard.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points. Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight?
Here is House. Here's Beverly. Banked in off the glass. Beverly's got 4 points this quarter.
And Kevin, when Beverly gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
Now Westbrook, the pass to House. Back to Westbrook. Harden outside. This one for three. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game.
And after a sensational first half from beyond the arc, he's not slowing down here in the second. That's his 3rd three-pointer since halftime.
Now here's Zubats. Outside Leonard. Outside George. Passes to Zubats. Now here's Leonard. 5 to shoot. And George kicks to Beverly. From deep three-point range, rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to House. 1:41 left in the fourth. Westbrook passes to Harden. And a miss there on the triple. LA's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Houston now. They're on a 12-4 run.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Now Beverly, after Robert Covington missed from long range. And here's Westbrook. Pass to House. The pass to Harden. Launches it. The Clippers grab the miss. Morris outside. Over Westbrook. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Here is Harden. So we see Houston taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.